Book 2, Chapter 2, Phase 2, we tell our players. Non-conference was the opening chapter, and now we're into conference play. As everybody knows, 9 weeks, 18 games, and it's a grind. And everybody's excited to start with, as are we. We have a very good New Mexico team coming in that we've had great games with in the past, and they had the opportunity to play and win their home opener. So they'll come in 1-0, and they return 2 terrific players and a cast of guys that played against us last year. So we're familiar, they're familiar. It should be a really, really good game. We are anxious to build on what we did in Honolulu at the Diamond Head, where we made some progress. And our goal now is to grow from there. Malik is the only person of significant concern health-wise. Hasn't done anything on the court, so he would be iffy. But we're working hard. He's working hard with the trainers, the doctors. So we'll see what happens today, tomorrow, leading into the game on Sunday. Any questions?
Steve, has Malik got structural issue, bone bruise, ligament, tendonitis? What's he got?
It's a tendon behind the knee, the same issue that he had last time. Someone help me with the term, with the papateel, is that what it's called? Something to that effect, behind the knee. It's the same thing he had before. They said it wasn't as significant as the last time, but he took himself out of the Southern Miss game and hasn't done anything of substance since.
Talk about what Cheatham contributed in Hawaii, and has he gotten to the point that there's a lot of consistency and it takes the workload off the 2 guards to score a lot?
Zylan has always wanted to have a prominent role with this team. And I think if the truth were known, he would have said there has been more restrictions than necessary, but the restrictions are based on what he can do. And when he takes a deep breath and doesn't try to go too fast, he's significantly better at both ends of the floor. That's what he's done lately. But he's done it in practice, which has allowed me to say, I've seen it before, I believe he'll be able to do it in the game. And he did that for 3 straight games in the Diamond Head. He was benefited from the fact that he was protective of his first foul, didn't get into early foul trouble, didn't have to come out because of 2 fouls in the first 5 minutes of the game. And he performed. He played very well, as everybody knows. He had, I think, 13 rebounds in one game, 11 or 12 rebounds in another game, was able to drive intelligently and selectively, and he's a hard guy to guard. So he is someone that performed exceptionally well in that tournament. If he continues to go at that pace and grow it, then obviously we're going to be better. We're going to be better. We continue to say, what are we good at, and how are we going to move the ball to be good at that? And without Malik, I think we can spread the floor a little bit more. Zylan can get the ball in the low post with more space, and we can have shooters around him to where it opens the floor up a little bit for him and for our perimeter play.
You've coached so many young players. Do you see like it's a light bulb going on when a young player suddenly understands role, responsibility, what he should do, not do? Does a light bulb go on for a young player? Can you observe and say, okay, he gets it?
I think we've seen flashes of that from Zylan before. Now, you could make a highlight tape of Zylan as a first-year player last year, and we could show every bit what you saw there, but not on a consistent basis. So that's what he's striving for, to be consistent with what he does. And I've tried to say that if you slow down mentally, that will slow you down physically just enough. He's our energizer. You don't have to worry about him playing hard. He's going to play hard. Sometimes he plays so hard that he doesn't know for sure go right or left or right down the middle. And that's the key. Just slow down a little bit. Don't dwell on the last play if it wasn't a great play. And he's had a tendency to do that. A lot of guys do. Think about something that he failed to do, should have done, and that affects you for another 2 minutes. So he's growing, and that's what we hope all of them will do. He's talented. He's talented. His athleticism is at an extremely high level. His basketball skill level is gradually catching up to his athleticism. I've used him as an example in a positive way and said, Zylan is approaching these breakdown drills in practice the way you have to, like it's a game. He's not just saying, looking at the clock, saying, I got another 30 seconds to do this, can't wait till it's over, but he's doing it like he knows he needs to do it to be successful in games. And that's what helps you get better. So he's been better at that. So I say his practice habits have been better, which is translated into more consistent game performance.
Coach, you've been shooting a lot more threes, particularly in Hawaii you did. Is that something by design? Is something that you wanted this team to grow into, or is that just what defenses are giving you?
I think we've just evolved into a team that's taking more threes. I want you to be who you are. Matt Shrigley and Max Hostel are our two most pure perimeter shooters. Jeremy Hensley shooting the ball better from three than anybody we got. But Matt and Max can shoot the ball. Max Hostel has not shot the ball well. But I don't want to take away from him saying, I can't shoot it, I shouldn't, should I shoot it? He's a shooter. So when he's open, that's the key. When he's open and on balance, shoot every shot, regardless of whether you have made 10 in a row or missed 10 in a row. And allow me to help you. So I think adding Max to the mix is one of the reasons why we're shooting more, because the ball seems to find him, and he has some threes. We've become better at not taking quick, hurried shots and moving the ball from side A to side B and then back to side A, and that helps you get dribble penetration, which helps you get wide open threes. So I think our offense has been better, and then we've done a better job of making right decisions where we throw the ball, who we throw it to, what we do with it when we get it.
One other thing, you've had a lot of success against Elijah Brown, particularly the 2 games last year. He was 6 of 34 against you guys, and he said, this is the one team I struggle against. What is it that you've done? I know a big part of that is Dakari, I would think, but what is it that you've been able to do?
Well, I watched our game with New Mexico here from last year. And Elijah Brown was 12 for 14 from the free throw line. I believe he had 21 points against us here. So that's not bad. Now, he didn't shoot it particularly well, but he's a scorer. He is a scorer. So I don't know whether it's him trying to motivate himself for this game, but I watched the game, and I thought he was pretty good here against us. He did what he does against everybody. He draws fouls, he gets to the free throw line, and he never misses a free throw. He made some huge baskets against us last year here. He hit the three-pointer with 29 seconds, 30 seconds to go to put him up 5. So he played pretty good against us here. I haven't watched the game at their place. I'll do that tonight. But he's a hard guard. And he and Tim Williams are really a dynamite combination of inside, outside type player that makes it hard. They got 4 starters back from last year that played against us here. The only one not here is Coach Neal's son. All the rest of them started last year that we're going to see this year. So this is a good team coming in.
Steve, you're a little surprised at what's happened in the non-conference schedule for a whole bunch of the teams in the conference. I mean, there was some really bad blowouts, and I think from a national reputation standpoint, it kind of hurts the conference. How do you make it a great conference? How do other people
Well,
do it?
I don't know, Lee, in terms of really bad blowouts. I've seen a lot of teams play a lot of people really, really close. Wyoming had USC beat, and USC's undefeated just recently in Vegas. Had the game won, lost by 2 points in overtime. Nevada's had one loss that was a significant loss, but they beat Oregon State, they beat people. We beat Cal, and so I think you can make a case. Our league is better than it was last year. And you go back, and I haven't looked at everybody's resume in terms of what they've done. I do know Colorado State won at Colorado. That's a pretty good win. And Wyoming beat DePaul at DePaul, I think. And DePaul had Villanova at the buzzer. So I know you can make a case, well, they beat this team by 20. Sometimes the final score is not indicative, but some of these games have been really, really close. Now, we haven't won enough of them. Fresno State was with Oregon till the last 30 seconds of the game. We all get paid to win, so we probably haven't won enough of them. But we'll see. This is a good league, and it's hard to get a lot of people to go to places other than we can get them here, Vegas can get them there, and it's hard to get those other schools to get Power 5 schools to come in on a regular basis because they know if they go there, they'll probably lose. So we'll see. We're starting league play, and I'm not caught up and worried about my RPI, APR, whatever it might be. We want to win the league. Our goal, again, is to win the league, and it will be a challenge. A year ago, when New Mexico came into town, we're 10-0. We had won 10 straight games when New Mexico came to town. They were 7-2. It's a great game. We won on some controversy and went to 11-0. So we hope to get off to a good start. You need to win at home, and we're a little more stress on us probably than them. We need to protect the home court, and we're playing at home.
Anything else for Coach? Thank you.
Steve,
Okay.
I got one other philosophical question. Through all the great success you've had here, if you could think back for a minute, when you were 5-23 and 0-14 in the conference, could you have ever imagined this?
I could have imagined the success we've had in terms of production and wins. The thing that continues to, I don't know that amaze is the correct word, but to really make me feel good is the care that the community has for San Diego State men's basketball. And it's indicative of probably what we've done, but it's also, I've seen, in our first year, and I've said this before, at our games, people would come to see the other team. And they would come in UCLA sweatshirts or USC sweatshirts, and now they get booed out of the arena if they come in something other than an Aztec shirt. So that makes me feel good. You go to the Torrey Pines tournament, they're all there with San Diego State gear on that were going to the game. That's what really makes me feel good, and I think it makes the community feel good. So I'm very proud of that fact. With that comes the responsibility to, we got to keep working. We got to do a little bit more. We got to inch the bar up a little bit, and not only maintain but do the next thing that we haven't been able to do. I'm very proud of what we've become.
Was it hard to flip this? Has it been hard to maintain it, or does success beget success?
You better not be looking back, or you slide back. Every day is a challenge to make sure you're involved with that next really good recruit. And recruiting is a lifeline of your program, and you can't miss a beat. You have to continue to get good players, and we've continued to do that. I'm not caught up in having to have the biggest name in the room, although we've gotten some bigger names of late. We need to be smart and selective and get people that want to be here, that will fit and play hard. You don't have to have 2 7-footers to win at any level. We're in a world of guard-driven programs and teams. If you've got good guards, you got a chance to be good. If you've got guards that can play, you have a chance to be good. And there are a lot of guys out there of that variety that can play, and we need to make sure we continue to get our share.